Okay, so today I'm going to kind of talk to you about something that can be very controversial, and it's something that's happening now. And in our society, women are kind of on the rise, and I love that because I'm a woman. So to see that promise of women making big steps in the financial world and business world and politics, it is really great. But I don't think that we should have a female as a president of the United States. And I think this for a number of reasons, not just my opinion. There are some scientific reasonings behind it, so I think that we should not have a female president because of the difference in hormones and how women handle certain situations. And I think that we should not have a female president just because of personal opinion and personal belief and how I was kind of raised. So with that being said, before I get into my personal perspective on that sort of situation, I just want to kind of go over some statistics of how women think and how men think and different hormone levels that affect it. So the scientific side of why we should not have a female in the White House as president. So mastersofhealth.com is made up of doctors around the community at mostly at different universities. So they kind of have this blog where you can go and kind of read things. So they have the difference between women and men, some of the major reasons, and one of them is human relationships. Women obviously are better communicators, but men are more task-oriented. So as real women, they want to sit down and talk it out, which is totally good. Like sometimes you need that in like a presidency candidate or anything like that. But men are more task-oriented and they tend to take the step quicker than like a female would. Female tends to try to like fix things that maybe can't be fixed. Left brain hemisphere versus both. So men only use the left brain hemisphere. Some of them use both. I mean, I'm not saying that men only use one side of their brain. You can use two. But the left side definitely does not have near as many emotions as the right side. So women that use primarily both sides, they're definitely more in touch with their emotions, more in touch with their feelings, and they're typically more opinionated about certain things. So mathematical abilities, it's just significantly larger in men. Primarily men have more math skills and can more easily learn math than women. I know that is true for me. I'm not a math whiz, but who am I to say that, you're not great at math and you're terrible at math, So it's just kind of personal preference, but scientifically speaking, it's proven that men definitely have more math skills than women. Reaction to stress. This one's interesting to me. Men have a fight or flight type of reaction to stress, which we all know the president is kind of under a lot of stress. So that's kind of important that a man can kind of step up and be like, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to do this, and kind of make like a quick decision. Whereas women tend to have a tend and befriend type of mentality. Not all women, this is just a survey done by these doctors, but women try to fix things that may not be able to be fixed. For example, a relationship, their spouse, or they're, like they want to try to fix somebody that maybe they just can't fix. That's just something that women do. And so they try to befriend and try to they're caretakers. They're very nurturing. So that can kind of maybe come in conflict when dealing with high volume stress levels, and especially other men around the globe, especially enemies. I just feel like it's important that we have somebody that is going to be respected, and all women should be respected, but does that mean that we always get the respect that we deserve? Probably not. We're just not as respected as men. That's the way it's always been. Brain size. Men they have a bigger brain by 11 to 12%. Okay, that does not mean that you're smarter. That just means that for your size, you just have a bigger brain than women. But I just thought that was neat. That really has nothing to do with intelligence. Pain. Men handle pain better because they require less dopamine, and women tend to have more outspoken about their pain, they show more emotion, or that they're hurt. They're very vocal about what's hurting them. And so those are just kind of some facts from those doctors and surveys that they've done. So now that we kind of talked about the brain and how it works, it's obvious that women have more hormones than men do. Women start puberty at a young age, and then after that's over, they go into menopause. So the hormones don't really ever stop. So CNN News has a video up of a female CEO saying that, or telling everyone her opinion on why the U.S. should not have a female president. So it's really interesting if you want to get on there. She has some different type of topics and a different take on it, and somebody that's older and is already in a higher position of power, if you wanted to check that out. And Psychology Today says that women are in constant hormonal flux from the time that they hit puberty up until the time that they are gone. So I think it kind of speaks for itself that women don't really ever slow down. Some are crazier than others, but it's not about that. It's just the hormones and how that they handle things. So the American Psychologists Association came out with some statistics, and one of them that stuck out to me was 44% of women versus 15% of men cry on a daily basis from stress. So I thought that was really interesting that no matter your daily stress, women come home and it tends to take a toll on them. Women have a lot of jobs and they wear many hats, especially mothers and single mothers that work and trying to take care of the household. So I think that any added stress like presidency can be very tolling on a woman. So lastly, just kind of where I'm at, I grew up being raised that a woman should not be the head. I think it's great that women are kind of coming up and kind of like demanding this respect, but at the same time we need to think about what's best for our country. And when it comes down to it, men are going to be respected more than women are. And we're kind of fragile right now, and we do have an election coming up, so I think it's important that, that we're making educated decisions on who we put into office, and that we will be respected as a country because of those that we have in charge. Thank you.